On the one hand, Norwegian Cruise Line cancels over 12 different sailings for their 2005 cruising season. But then on the other hand, Norwegian places an order for 8 new ships for the upcoming years. And MSC Cruise Lines has just announced their brand new World America ship coming out in 2025. Well, they have a new attraction that will have passengers swinging 164 feet in the air. We've got some exciting cruise news. Let's swan dive right into it. Hello again, everyone. It's Cynthia, your host. Welcome back to today's show. We're going to jump right into the 3 cruise news stories that I have for you today because they are very interesting and one is super exciting. Let's start off talking about Norwegian Cruise Lines. We're going to talk about the over dozen sailings that they've just canceled for their 2025 cruising season. I am going to put these sailings here on the screen so that you can take a look at them to see which ones we're talking about. Now, Norwegian states that these changes are a result of varied events, including the ongoing situation in the Red Sea and Israel, also modified dry dock schedules for ship enhancements, and there was a full ship charter. And also, to end it all, it's also to accommodate the demands for shorter close to home voyages that they receive to the Bahamas. Now, Norwegian Cruise Line has stated that they do everything that they possibly can to make sure the guest has a wonderful experience on board their ships. And of course, part of having a wonderful experience would actually be boarding the ship when you were scheduled to. But things do happen, and we understand that. Unforeseen things happen in our life all the time. You plan something out and it just doesn't happen to go that way. We understand, we don't like it. It's extremely disappointing when you have settled on a particular cruise and even paid for it and made arrangements and then it's changed. But because these cruises are in 2025, this gives people hopefully enough time to make the changes that they need to for their traveling and for all that would be necessary to change their schedules up. For all of the people whose cruise was canceled, Norwegian Cruise Line will issue a total full refund to their cruise fare. And also they will receive a 10% discount, but it will be in the form of a future cruise credit. The credit will be good for any sailings on Norwegian Cruise Line through December 31st of 2025. Having your cruise canceled, no matter how you slice it, is no bueno. But to Norwegian Cruise Line's credit, hopefully this is enough time for passengers who are already booked on the ship to make the changes that they need. Speaking of making changes, if any of you out there need to book a cruise, you need to make a change to your cruise, don't forget that I am a travel agent with Luxrally Travel. I can help you make any changes. I can help you book your next cruise or whatever your next traveling plans are. I can help you make those. And of course, it does not have to be a cruise. As a travel agent, I can book any travel that you are looking to do. So just keep that in mind, and I will leave the information for my travel agent so that you can contact me down in the description below. Let's move on to the second Norwegian story. Norwegian Cruise Line has just ordered 8 new ships across their 3 brands. Let's dig into this a little bit more. Norwegian Cruise Line Holdings is the 3rd largest cruise operator. In these 3 brands, we're talking about Oceania Cruises, Regent 7 Seas, and of course, Norwegian Cruise Lines. This very ambitious plan will take place over a 10-year period. And during that 10 years, Norwegian Cruise Line is set to receive 4 new ships to debut in 2030, 2032, 2034, and 2036. These ships are said to be able to carry 5,000 passengers, which will make them the largest in Norwegian's fleet by about 20% over what they currently have now. There's still so much speculation on what type of ships these will be, but there has been rumored that it will be a combination of the absolute best features of the Breakaway and the Prima class ships. Oceania Cruises will take delivery of 2 86,000 gross ton ships with a capacity of 1,457 guests each in 2027 and in 2029. Regent 7 Seas will take delivery of 2 77,000 gross ton ships with a capacity of 850 guests each in 2026 and 2029. Currently, Norwegian Cruise Line Holdings operates 32 ships. So these new 8 will make a big difference in the amount of ships that they have sailing around the world. And all of these new ships are said to be made by Italian shipbuilder Fincantieri. Along with these new ships, Norwegian Cruise Line is also doing something with their Great Stirrup Cay, which is their private island. They're going to add a new pier at their private island with an expected completion date in 2025. This is a bold plan to order 8 new ships in the next 10 years, and I think it says a lot about where Norwegian sees themselves in the future and the future of cruising, which is a good thing for cruise enthusiasts like us. What are your thoughts on this? Have you sailed Norwegian, and are you looking forward to jumping aboard any of these new ships in the next 10 years? And which brand would you like to try? Would you stick with Norwegian? How about Regent 7 Seas? I did a video recently of their $1.7 million cruise cabin. Or how about Oceania? We've definitely sailed aboard Norwegian cruise lines in the past with plans to continue to sail Norwegian, but I think it would be something a lot different and quite fun and a unique experience to hop aboard Oceania or Regent, which are the ultra luxury cruises. They have a little different offering. They're not the large mega ships. They usually don't have anything such as a casino, maybe very limited or no activities for children. So it would be a different type of cruise, but something to look forward to. I have one more cruise story to share with you, and it's a cliffhanger. But before I get there, I'm taking this opportunity to invite you to subscribe to the channel. We are boldly moving forward, looking for 10,000 subscribers before mid-July. And I would love for you to be a part of the Right Recipe for Travel family. We have some exciting things coming up, some group cruises, opportunities, and I want you to continue to watch for upcoming episodes. I will be talking to you about some spectacular opportunities that I've put together as a travel agent to offer great cruising discounts and perks. So I want you to go ahead and continue to look ahead for that. I will be having some lives to discuss opportunities for you if you enjoy cruising to be able to book and get you some great perks and absolute best pricing. So if you like what you see, please do subscribe to the channel. Give us a like and share this information with anybody that you think would be interested in cruising or travel in general. I really, really appreciate it. It costs you absolutely nothing to subscribe to the channel, and it helps us out a mega bunch. Thanks a lot. Now let's talk about MSC Cruise Lines and their brand new ship, the World America. I recently put out a video describing what the World America will have aboard and their amenities, but this is something brand new that they've just told us today. It's called the Cliffhanger. You know, these ships, there's a roller coaster on one ship, there's a racetrack on another, there's surf simulators and rock climbing walls on others. These ships are doing more and more. Some of these mainstream cruise lines, they're pulling out all the stops to keep us entertained and get people on board, trying to get good activities that will keep us entertained and coming back to cruise on their ship. Well, MSC is not to be denied. They have announced a swing on board the ship. This is an overwater swing ride at sea, and it's called the Cliffhanger. Now, this is how it works. Guests climb on board one of the ride's 4 seats on the top deck of the ship. There are powered arms that lift you up and then set you out over the water, and then it swings you back and forth high above the sea. How high? 164 feet above the ocean. The Cliffhanger will be part of the Family Aventura District, one of the 7 distinct districts offered aboard the ship that we discussed in our previous video. The ship will debut April 9th of 2025 out of the port of Miami. You can take a ride aboard this beautiful new ship to 7-night Eastern and Western Caribbean cruises. Each cruise itinerary will include a stop to their private island, Ocean Key Marine Reserve, there in the Bahamas. Anybody ready to swing 164 feet above the water off the side of a ship? Never thought I would say that, right? These are some exciting new offerings that they're giving us here, and not for the faint of heart. I would love to know your thoughts about this ride and who's ready to take a ride on the Cliffhanger. That's it for the cruise news today. I thank you so much for watching, and we will catch you at the next adventure.